Hey, you're here. Welcome. Today, 362 of A Song a Day Keeps the Virus Away. And today, I'm going to sing you a song, another one from On the Banks of Cold Brook that Tony Barron and Keith Murphy did. It's like I said, it's one of those albums that I would take to a desert island. This one, the song is called Reynardine or On the Mountains High. And I first heard Margaret MacArthur sing this song. If you don't know who Margaret MacArthur is, look her up. She was a genius performer, singer, collector of songs. And I believe that she was very involved in the discovery of these manuscripts from the Atwood family. So, and the song about Reynardine is supposed to be like a Mr. Fox kind of character. Now, the fellows John Pohl and Terry Arnell took the story another step and made a song called Mr. Fox that Claudia and I perform and have recorded way back on, I think, While We Live. And it's a scary song. It's like one of the scariest songs I know. But this one is not. This one is a dear love story and unrequited. And I hope you enjoy it. It's called Reynardine. One evening as I rambled 2 miles below Pomeroy, I met a farmer's daughter all on the mountains high. I said, my pretty fair maiden, your beauty shines most clear upon these lonely mountains. I'm glad to meet you here. I'm glad to meet you here. I'm glad to meet you here upon these lonely mountains. I'm glad to meet you here. That's the refrain. Feel free to join in. Last 2 lines of every verse. She said, young man, be civil, my company forsake. For to my great opinion, I fear you are a rake. And if my parents this should know, my life they would destroy for keeping of your company all on the mountains high, all on the mountains high, all on the mountains high, for keeping of your company all on the mountains high. This pretty little thing, she fell into a maze, with eyes as bright as amber upon me she did gaze. Her ruby lips and pearly cheeks, they lost their former dye. Then she fell into my arms, all on the mountains high, all on the mountains high, all on the mountains high. It's then she fell into my arms, all on the mountains high. I had not kissed her once or twice when she came to again, when modestly she said to me, pray sir, what is your name? If you go to yonder forest, my castle you shall find. 'Tis wrote in ancient history, my name is Reynardine. My name is Reynardine. My name is Reynardine. 'Tis wrote in ancient history, my name is Reynardine. He said, my dearest maiden, don't let your parents know, for if you do, they'll cause my ruin and fatal overthrow. But when you come to look for me, perhaps you'll not me find, for I'll be in my castle. Inquire for Reynardine, inquire for Reynardine, inquire for Reynardine, for I'll be in my castle. Inquire for Reynardine. Now all you pretty fair maids, take my advice from me. Be sure you quit night walking and shun bad company, for if you do, you'll surely rue until the day you die. Beware of meeting Reynardine all on the mountains high, all on the mountains high, all on the mountains high. Beware of meeting Reynardine all on the mountains high, all on the mountains high, all on the mountains high. Beware of meeting Reynardine all on the mountains high. Reynardine, or All on the Mountains High, as sung by Keith Murphy and Tony Barron on their album On the Banks of Cold Brook, an album I highly recommend. As you can see, that song is troubling because it's not real clear. Should she be with him? Is she really in love with him or in like with him? Or has he sort of put a spell on her to make her want to be with him? This time when I sang it, I felt more like maybe they really could potentially love one another, but in the past I've always felt that Reynardine was a rake for sure and had bad things up his sleeves. You can decide for yourself. And with that, I will see you. Oh, I want to tell you one more thing. On February 11th, which is a Friday, I will be with Jeff Kaufman and several others playing in a live and broadcast show for Friday Folk in New London. It is a benefit for Afghan refugee resettlement, and the concert is a tribute to John Denver. It's his birthday, I believe. And so I'll be singing John Denver songs. How about that? So if you would like to come, you can go to the Friday Folk website, and you can reserve your tickets both live and for the online one, the streamed one. And then on the 19th of February, a concert that I'm really excited about. It's a combination of my quilts and my concert singing, and a lot of the songs will have to do with textiles and generational sharing. So that's on the 19th at the Packing House in Willington, Connecticut. It is only live. It is not going to be broadcast. So if you live anywhere near us here in the Quiet Corner, we'd love to have you there that night. Just wear a mask, and you have to show proof of vaccination. So it should be pretty safe there. So with that, bid you good night. Bye.